And I was talking to a police officer a couple of days ago, and we were a little debating, and I said, well, this country was founded on truth and honesty. He goes, no, it wasn't. He goes, what do you mean? I said, what do you mean? He goes, we told the Queen of England we'd come over here and send her money, and we went behind her back and did a constitution. I said, well, look what she was doing to us, making our troops live in our houses and all this stuff. He goes, hey man, that was part of the deal. You write up a contract, you obey it, motherfucker. These people are diabolical, and I just can't live like that, that's the kind of guy I am, shoot me, motherfucker, is that Richard Pryor, that guy's like, shoot me, motherfucker, because I ain't standing for this shit. Take me now, Lord. You want to go to heaven in a day, or you want to go to hell in 20 years? You just keep sucking up to them, you'll go to hell in 20 years. And I'll be hell for like 20 of those years. And then where are you going to be? You're going to be betraying the whole human race just so you can have your freaking burger and whatever, veggie burger. I don't care, because there's a lot of veggies and meat eaters and just a bunch of people that don't have time to save their own ass. They're just waiting it out, waiting it out, waiting it out. And it's going to be too late. But the soft sell is, just do something to make the world better. Obey your heart. Use your mind. Develop your courage. Trust God. And you will be happier and healthier, and the world will be better for it. It's a long, strange trip we've been on, this American life, this human life. The Ring of Power shows how the Queen of England wears the same ring the Pharaoh of Egypt wore. So it's a long struggle. It's amazing. I think I asked my teacher, how did they build such big buildings? Can you imagine during the medieval days? The joke wouldn't be, well, if you don't stay in school, you're going to have a job where you say, would you like fries with that? Back in the medieval days, they'd say, you better stay in school, or you're going to have a job where you say, sir, would you like this round rock polished on both sides when I make it square? Can you imagine being on a rock pile? This guy comes up with a cart of round rocks and says, okay, I want this one this dimension, this one this dimension, this one polished on this side. Whew. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is my talk. Homeopathy is a medical system that's been around a long time. Teaches the body how to heal itself. God gave us everything we need to heal ourselves. Pharmaceuticals are somewhat helpful. I believe that some of this modern medicine is necessary, especially in traumas. But if I just rolled over and let them run my life, I'd still be on pharmaceuticals today. I've been pharmaceutical free for 2.5 months, so almost 3 months, doing supplements and meditation and EFT and forgiveness and love and activism and caffeine and cigarettes and pretty pictures and wonderful scenery and the Lord. Can't forget the Lord. Jeez, I got so much support and encouragement and support from my relationship with God. And I don't know how people make it without God or the concept of God. Oh man, I was a choir boy and an altar boy and Boy Scout. was a regular American kid, you know. I was going to be a gentleman when I grew up. I was a gentleman when we played Army. Ben was the sergeant, and my sister Laura was the nurse, and
the captain.
Huh?
The captain.
Yeah, we had the captain. Yeah, which reminds me, a friend of mine got a call from the government. It was a robot voice said, "This is an FBI agent. We know everything you've been doing, including your recent loss. You will surrender." And, you know, his mom died like 2 weeks ago, and it's like, what the... Yeah, I mean, it doesn't surprise me, you know. These people are such lowlifes. I mean, you know, they'll... You know, I mean, you know, they topple 3 buildings on 9/11, so... And we only see 2 of them, really. So, it's called traumatic hypnosis. Kids have it get all the time when they're a little kid. You know, they get a whack on the bottom and they get their attention, and the parent says, "Don't do that again." So they get the message, and they say, "I love you, I'm just trying to take care of you." So on 9/11, we got 3,000 people got killed. It was Osama bin Laden. We'll take care of you. We're the American government. So it's traumatic hypnosis, and people are just like, and they do it to mind control people, you know, the 12-year-olds that get kidnapped and turned into assassins or sex slaves. They split their personality through all kinds of horrible experiences and program them through traumatic hypnosis. And it happens, you know, different shocking things. But you know, and they told us 9,000 people died for like 6 months. We thought 9,000 people died. And it was bad enough to see 2 buildings just come down loaded with people. I was just, you know, completely unglued. And then about 4 years later, someone told me it was an inside job, and I said, "Huh, it's an inside job. Well, we got to stop the war, and we got to get elections running right, and I don't really have time for another subject." And some woman gave me loose change too, and I, you know, sat on my dresser for a couple months, and I finally had some time to look at it, and said to a friend, "Hey, you know, I saw this loose change too. It's like 9/11 was an inside job." "Well, you got to watch 9/11 Mysteries," and I watched that twice, because man, if that's true, man, something's really wrong. So I was watching all kinds of documentaries and YouTubes, and yep, steel doesn't melt because of jet fuel. And if it did melt, it would, you know, if it was a pancake theory, at a quarter second per floor, it would be 25 seconds, and it only took 8. You couldn't throw a bowling ball off the building any quicker than it came down. There was no resistance. And it only left a 36-foot pile. And you had 4 planes getting through the best air defenses in the world. So, just to leave you with a few clues like that. And other skyscrapers have burnt much longer, much more intensely. So that's the basic truth.
It's flash.
You know, the truth is where it's at. You know, God is love, God is truth, and justice is of the heart. If you don't have justice in your life, you're a sick puppy. And conversely, there's an ailment I call injustice euphoria, where an unjust situation is just fine with you. You just figure life is an unjust situation and you make the best of it. And acute injustice euphoria is when you are so into injustice, you figure if you can create misery while making money, it's a win-win situation, like war, pandemics, economic crisis. So look into all the truth films and examine your heart and see if you're a person that's into justice and truth and peace and love and fixing up this world for our children. Thanks.
Flashing.
Still flashing?
Yeah, it's the yellow.
Thanks, Rich.
I don't know why it's still doing it. So.
All right.